Hi everyone, welcome back to Spiritual Growth Tarot. I'm Denise. Hello. And today I'm going to read on Paul Manafort. Of course, we know that Trump has pardoned him, and we also know that he was at the head of everything that had to do with Russian intelligence. It was, I guess, he was the one that recommended Mike Pence for Trump. So, of course, I'll get to Mike Pence's karma as well. But this reading will be devoted to Paul Manafort's karma and his future, even though, yes, he's been pardoned, but that just covers federal crimes. And we know that he's been, like I was saying, he's the go-between between Russian intelligence officers, especially Konstantin Kalimnik, who literally was, a specialist in election interference. So it kind of went from like, I don't know if maybe Roger Stone was in there as well. I've already read on him. But anyway, it went like Paul Manafort to Rick Gates, and then to Konstantin Kalimnik, to Russia, to see, where this could go. But they took, Paul Manafort passed on election data, so polling data from the United States, from the Trump campaign, from the RNC, and maybe even the DNC. There might have been some of that in there from the 2016 election, and passed it on to Russian GRU. And so it went into the Russian intelligence community. So I want to see what's coming down the line for Paul Manafort. We could probably call him a traitor, but then again, he was in bed with many countries, so maybe in his eyes he wasn't. But let's see what's coming down the line for him. So I'm going to drop the camera down, finally get started. Okay, hang in there. Okay, here we go. So the forces in motion currently in Paul Manafort's life, and I'm reading this on Monday, April, I think it's the 19th. Yeah, of course. All right, and his challenges. Okay. So the karma he brought in this lifetime in order to heal. Currently, how well he's doing with that karma. And what's hanging over him with no control up here, which I guess we could say present karma as well. Just get some more info. And then, I don't know. I mean, he's 72. I don't know that he's got any professional future going on. So, actually, I'll just do 4 cards for his future. I don't really know what else. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay, so still has his hand out for money. With him, it's all about the money. It always has been. I mean, that's why he started out, as, as a lobbyist. Maybe he was an attorney first, I'm not sure. But, his history is that he was a political consultant. He was a lobbyist and a lawyer. And then he became a convicted felon for tax fraud and banking fraud. And of course, we know, he served the Trump campaign from, I think it was like June to like just the summer of 2016, somewhere in there. But according to that last, that Senate, that volume 5 of the Senate Intel report, he had been secretly communicating with Konstantin Kalimnik, who was, this younger, like, intelligence officer who specialized in election interference. So this guy's also a traitor. Still is. Came in with that karma, and he still is. And so he might have been connected with that, with Konstantin Kalimnik, that the Russians like hack and leak operation that targeted our 2016 election. And Manafort did all this because he was in debt to Oleg Deripaska. Remember, he had the email or something that says, "How can we get whole?" He was saying to Oleg, like, how do I get out of debt? And remember, this is the guy that's he had a wardrobe of all different kinds of coats, even one made out of ostrich hide, I think, something like that. A bunch of other weird things. Weirdo. I mean, what a weirdo. Ugh. So basically, Trump hired him to run his campaign. He was in debt to Oleg Deripaska, and then he orders Rick Gates. Manafort orders Rick Gates to provide the polling and like whatever data, information, strategy, whatever plans they had to Kalimnik, and then Russian intelligence has it, and then they did all the hacking. So this guy, he still has his hand out. And with the 5 of Wands reversed, well, he's still willing to work with anybody who will bring him the money. That's what it's all about for him. That's what he has going on. He still has his hand out. Even though he, he was serving a, 7.5-year sentence, and I think they might have released him. I don't remember when they released him, but because of COVID, I think it might have been. Well, I know for sure it was last year. I just don't remember exactly when. And then Trump pardons him, like right before Christmas last year. Gave him a real nice Christmas present, but that's just from federal, not from state. So let's look and see about that in his future. And while he was in prison, he had, he had gout, because he's just a pig that only, wanted to eat certain things probably. So anyway, his karma that he brought in, I'm seeing this as being a traitor to homeland, wherever he came from. I don't know. I guess he was probably born here. But the 4 of Wands has to do with conflicts at home and being unwelcome. And with the 2 of Pentacles reversed, well, we could probably imagine what that would be for as well. This is a place where, you won't commit to anybody. This is like a very fickle card when it comes to as a way of life, and financial losses too. So maybe he came in with the karma of like losing his home, and other financial stability, and so he came in this lifetime thinking he's just got to always have his hand out. But the arrogance, it's like to watch him. He used to go around with a weird smile on all the time. Like, what the heck, dude? You're being indicted, but you're gonna walk around with a smile? Like, what? So anyway, traitor is what I'm just getting with this. Traitor for money. Can't really handle it, can't really adapt, can't really manage it, can't really prioritize anything, and just up and down with his finances. And then currently what karma he still has going on, like the karmic pattern in place, with this, you know, this would be like the fall from grace card, but of course he never really had any real grace. But with temperance reversed, he's just has made and still making bad decisions, and he'll still take risk, and he'll still you know, be in a state of just imbalance and impatience. Doesn't really care. Doesn't really care at all. And also, I'm wondering if there's anything else in this. I kind of feel like, yeah, I mean, it's a card of corruption, for sure, because you don't have the life force flowing the way it should. You know, he's not headed towards the light, he's heading away from the light. This is a card of like divine protection when it's straight up, so he does not have that, of course. But again, you know, it's like he'll compete with anybody to get what he wants. And he'll keep secrets until he, you know. Well, actually, he did stay loyal to Trump through the end, and he lied, which is why he got locked up. Another one of the reasons he got locked up, but he did keep Trump's, you know, secret for him, or he tried to. But this could be a separation from any type of guidance system he might have. I don't think he has any. This could also be him getting really bad advice from someone else who's very corrupt. And this could have him like secretly having arguments with people too. Sometimes that's a combination. When I do personal readings, that's come through before. So what's hanging over him with no control is with the Seven of Pentacles here, his plans I don't think are going to go too well. His plans and his like past investments and what could be like some type of hard work or achieving some type of a goal, I think it's going to turn out to be a physical test for him. And I say that because with the Nine of Wands here reversed, this is a card all about just completely exhausted. You know, it's like you have no fight left. It has to do with disasters too. So it's a very, you know, unfortunate card if you're going to look at good or bad fortune. This would be very bad. And then his future with the Knight of Pentacles reversed, this is where he's gonna be feeling really stuck. This is like the deadbeat card. Very unstable. You know, it's not good at all. He's not going anywhere. But this is also a card of disloyalty. So that's interesting. He's not going anywhere, though. This would be his overdoing, overdrinking, overconsumption, over everything, and that's why he's stuck. He's stuck because he just eats and drinks for pleasure, and he's not really going anywhere. Because how could he? Professionally, his career is over. You know, of course he can't be an attorney anymore. And who would hire him politically? He would have to have his hand out to a foreign influence because... But with this card here, I would say they're like, nah, dude, we don't want anything to do with you. Because, you know, he's probably pretty ineffective at this point. Again, both of these cards are very unstable. You know, he might not even be able to travel out of the USA. I wonder if that might have been one of the stipulations with him. Maybe he still has that ankle bracelet on as part of his like probation, just because, you know, when you get pardoned, that just means that you're free, but that means you're also guilty. Otherwise, you wouldn't need the pardon. And, you know, anybody who's not guilty wouldn't accept the pardon, but he did, because he's guilty. was and still is. And then, you know, here he is with all these, he's not going anywhere, doesn't have the options that he thinks he has. And I'm reading this, you know, as just deluded. He got deluded and tempted by all the riches and the fame and the, you know, he thinks he's famous or whatever. He's just crazy. Yeah. Wow. Cause yeah, with the Seven of Cups, it's just, I think he's just sitting around eating and drinking and daydreaming. He might be like dreaming of when things were better. But he might also be daydreaming about opportunities, because he's got his hand out for the money, that's for darn sure. He's looking for a new job. And he's looking for some type of a new beginning, but he's not going to get it. And he's too exhausted to fight for anything. I don't know when or why he went to the dark side, but it looks to me like he came in with it, because he's a traitor. Traitor, you know, for money. If this card had come through, you know, straight up, I would say, oh, maybe he'll be hired again for something. But no, he's not. And I don't think he's even going to be hired for anything overseas. So that's really interesting. Wow. About the only other thing I want to look at is, and I'll drop the camera down and just do a quick Kipper to see, well, let's just look at his future. And I'm kind of wondering about his health as well. So, okay, hold on. Okay, so Paul Manafort's future. Interesting. I have to draw a few extra cards. Let's see. So for the theme, we have sudden wealth. That's kind of like, I don't know, hitting some kind of a jackpot, I guess. But because we could tell with the tarot, he definitely still has his hand out. But it's with this imprisonment card, I think this is him still like in house arrest. This is weird. Because he did get pardoned, but what is in his future is, I'm wondering with this theft card, this could be somebody that steals from him. Maybe somebody he was locked up with in the past. This is really weird. This could be, because this is all future, right? This could be somebody that gives him the opportunity to earn something. It could also be somebody from the past that owes him something. I wonder if he's going to end up getting locked up again because he gets caught, vaccinate him and then put him back in prison. Makes me wonder. This is a card of a new start. He has grown children. I think he has a son and a daughter, and he's 72, so I'm guessing they're grown. I could be wrong, but I don't think this has to do with a child in his life. I think this would be more the meaning of having something small, a small job, maybe from somebody that he did meet in prison, and the guy's not, whoever it is, isn't trustworthy at all. This, to me, I think is just kind of like a new phase. Because, you know, again, it's like that Ace of Coins, you know, the hand out. And this thievery type of thing, this is like, you know, something's wrong. Something's wrong. And he can't get out of it. So if this isn't going back to prison, this is his own, like, entrapment that he's created. And he can't get out of it. So this probably has to do with people he owes money to. It could also, with, you know, this card, it can be just feeling really alone and isolated. It's also a card of secrets. You know, so of course something's hidden. And remember, we had the High Priestess showing the secrets. So secrets, and he's stuck with the secrets about some wealth that could come in, or some money that could come in, some job, some new job, new gig of some type, because, you know, the guy's got to need money, and how's he, you know, who else could he get a job from other than some type of, like, you know, corrupt person? And we had the corrupt cards in there as well with the, in his future over here with the tarot. So, yeah. So some new little gig, and then it leads to change. I can't really say this is him because he would be the main man, but this would be somebody that supports him. Yeah, somebody that has supported him in the past and is still going to support him because maybe he's got information on the guy. And then here's a younger person that's involved as well. This would be this younger guy's reputation. Could also be this guy wants more money. No, it's this younger guy that's going to offer him some, yeah, the job, and that's going to be the change. I don't know, you guys. I mean, this is just, it's more of the same old, just it's all about the money. I don't see anything about healing here. This card just has to do with this younger guy and this older guy supporting him with some money, and it leads to some type of a successful, you know, situation for him. But he's never going to have any high honor. And if these guys get figured out, get caught, you know, their reputation is going to go as well. Let me draw some more cards just to see. Okay, again, it's always about the money. So there's communications going on about money. What, is he going to go in business with somebody who owns a sweatshop kind of factory or something? Yeah, here we go. This could be for his future. He's always going to keep going towards towards the money because he needs it, but he's lazy and he doesn't want to really work for it. This could be some bit of happiness and wealth, and communicating about it. But he's still going to have to. This is a card of like not making a lot of money, and then maybe this is the way it is until he crosses over, until he dies. I don't know. This has to do with foreign interests. This sometimes is as a card of, like that Nine of Cups, the excess, with alcohol. So I think because of these other cards in here, I think he's going to get little gigs or keep trying to get little gigs from people with money. And he's going to have to keep kind of working at that all the time, but he's never going to make big money, I don't think. I mean, who would do that? And until he dies, and what I'm getting here is that he'll die of alcoholism or some, I mean, gout can certainly be from drinking too much. And he had that pattern in the past, and it doesn't look to me like he's stopping. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say about this guy, actually. As far as his future goes, it's kind of like at this point, I don't know if I even care anymore. I didn't get the sickbed card, though. Yeah, he's just going to be always watching for the money. It's going to take a long time. But, yeah, I think he's just going to have, a health issue because of his overindulgence. Maybe some little bit of work here and there to make some money. But I don't see major, we didn't get the card that had, here it is right here. We didn't get this card, so he's not, this is one of those weird situations where I think he's so goofy and so crazy that he probably kind of holds out for the best all the time. That would be one of the positive aspects of this card, is having a positive, optimistic attitude about life. And, an open mind type of a situation. But could also be yearning for the way things were in the past. And then just sitting at home and drinking. So, honestly, you guys, sorry, I can't say that the Kipper gave us anything more than what I had with the tarot. Other than he's most likely going to drink himself to death, with the coffin and this card here, this one. So, okay, that's all I've got. Thank you. Take good care. Bye.